The morning my husband disappeared did not feel like the beginning of a tragedy. It felt ordinary, too ordinary to carry the weight of what was about to happen. The sun filtered softly through our kitchen window in a quiet suburb of Ohio. The coffee machine hummed, filling the air with a familiar comfort. My husband, Daniel, stood by the counter tying his shoelaces, half listening as I talked about something small and unimportant. I don't even remember what I was saying. I only remember the way he smiled at me. He kissed my forehead, the same gentle kiss he had given me for 11 years, and said, "I'll be back before dinner." Those were the last words I ever heard from him. At first, I wasn't worried. Daniel worked as a freelance contractor. Sometimes his jobs ran late. Sometimes his phone battery died. I told myself there was nothing unusual about a late return. By midnight, though, that calm began to crack. By morning, it shattered completely. His phone went straight to voicemail. His truck was nowhere to be found. His boss hadn't heard from him. Panic crept in slowly, then all at once, like cold water flooding a room. By noon, I was at the police station, my hands shaking as I filled out a missing person report. The officer spoke gently but professionally, asking routine questions. Was he depressed? Did he have enemies? Did we argue? No, I kept saying. We were happy. He was happy. They nodded, but I could see the doubt behind their eyes. The first week was chaos. Friends and family searched nearby towns. Flyers with Daniel's face were taped to streetlights, grocery stores, gas stations. His smile stared back at me everywhere I went. Every ring of my phone made my heart jump. Every unknown number felt like hope. Then the days turned into weeks. The police found Daniel's truck abandoned near a rest stop 2 hours away. The doors were locked. His wallet was inside. His phone was gone. There were no signs of a struggle. No fingerprints. No leads. It was as if he had stepped out of his life and vanished into thin air. People started to change the way they looked at me. Some were kind, bringing casseroles and offering prayers. Others were quietly suspicious. I overheard whispers at the grocery store. Maybe he left her. Men don't just disappear. There must be more to the story. Even the police shifted their tone. They stopped calling regularly. When I called them, the answers were always the same. We're still investigating. There are no updates. These cases are complicated. After 6 months, Daniel was declared legally missing. After 1 year, hope became something fragile, something I handled carefully, like glass that could cut me if I held it too tight. I kept his side of the bed untouched. His clothes stayed in the closet. I listened to his old voicemails just to hear his voice. Sometimes I imagined footsteps outside the door, convinced he was coming home. But he never did. Financially, life became hard. Emotionally, it became unbearable. I was grieving someone who wasn't confirmed dead, trapped in a space between loss and hope. People didn't know what to say to me anymore. Some stopped calling altogether. By the second year, I was exhausted. Tired of explaining. Tired of waiting. Tired of being strong. Then came the letters. They started arriving without a return address. The handwriting was unfamiliar. Inside were short notes, vague sentences, no signatures. He's not who you think he is. Stop looking. Some truths are better buried. At first, I thought it was a cruel prank. Someone playing games with a grieving woman. I showed them to the police. They shrugged. Probably a troll, one officer said. Ignore it. But the letters kept coming. Each one felt like a slow poison. My mind replayed every moment of my marriage, searching for cracks I had missed. Had Daniel been hiding something? Was there a part of his life I never knew? The third year was the hardest. By then, most people had moved on. Birthdays passed. Holidays came and went. Daniel's name was mentioned less and less. But I was stuck, frozen in the day he left. One evening, as I was sorting through old boxes in the garage, I found something I had never seen before. A small metal box hidden behind paint cans. Inside were documents, fake IDs, different names, different states, photos of Daniel with people I didn't recognize. My hands went numb. The man I loved had secrets. Big ones. I took the box to the police. This time, their attention sharpened. Within weeks, the case reopened with new urgency. Background checks revealed that Daniel had been living under an alias years before we met. Parts of his past were sealed, protected, deliberately erased. Then, finally, the call came. They had found him. Daniel was alive. I sat in a small interrogation room, my heart pounding so loud I could barely hear. When he walked in, thinner, older, eyes hollow, my knees nearly gave out. For a moment, I wanted to run to him, to scream his name, to pretend the last 3 years hadn't happened. But he didn't smile. He looked at me like someone facing a sentence. The truth came out slowly, piece by painful piece. Daniel had been involved in something dangerous years ago. A criminal network he thought he had escaped before we met. But the past doesn't always stay buried. When he realized they had found him again, he panicked. He didn't want to put me in danger. So he ran. He staged his disappearance, left his life behind, and went into hiding under protection. He was warned never to contact me. Not once. Not even to say goodbye. You could have trusted me, I whispered, tears streaming down my face. He shook his head. I loved you too much to risk your life. That sentence broke me more than his disappearance ever did. For 3 years, I had lived in pain, suspicion, loneliness, and grief. While he was alive, breathing, choosing silence. I realized then that love does not erase betrayal. Daniel was placed into permanent witness protection. I was told we could never see each other again. Our marriage was legally dissolved that same month. The house felt emptier than ever. Sometimes, late at night, I still hear his voice in my head. Sometimes I wonder if things would have been different if he had stayed, if he had trusted me with the truth. But some truths don't heal. They only explain the wound. My husband went missing for 3 years. And when I finally learned the truth, it didn't bring closure. It broke my heart all over again. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel Real Life USA Stories, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching.